Disney CEO Bob Iger addresses the firing of Marvel's former CEO, Ike Perlmutter, and the decision behind it. So this comes at us directly from Bob Iger, who sat down with Time to talk a little bit about the restructuring and everything that's going on within Disney and, of course, all the brands. And Marvel Studios and Marvel Entertainment were brought up, and he decided to offer up a little bit of an update in regards to what exactly happened here and why did it take so long and why did they finally cut ties with Perlmutter. And what he says is really interesting. And I should also add that this was also discussed on CNBC, and it's more or less the same sort of thing. He just words it differently. And he said that even if we set aside what happened and what we know happened between Ike and Kevin Feige and that whole battle and what was going on and to sort of choose me or him, he says none of that really mattered here. What mattered was the new direction that Disney and Marvel want to go in, and that ultimately the decision to get rid of Ike would have happened no matter what was happening behind the scenes, because his vision did not line up with anybody else's. So he had to be out. He also did, of course, elaborate on when they bought Marvel in 2009, saying, "I promised Ike he would be on for a while. And up until things stopped working out, I kept that. But when they don't work out anymore and things just aren't lining up with what the vision is and nobody can agree on it, it's time to part ways." So he says, that's it. That's the decision. It was time to part ways with him, and they decided to cut him. So there you go. Sort of at its core, it was something that was, I think, almost inevitable, right? And you guys see this frequently in other companies. Sometimes they'll say, hey, we bought you or we merged. You're staying on for 2 years or 4 years or 8 years or 10 or until we shift in direction or something like that. And then either there's a renegotiation or a separation. Chances are that Ike's commitment to some other stuff was actually not that important in this decision, all things considered. Like, you know, him working with Trump or whatever else. Chances are that didn't factor much into this. But when he had less and less to do with Marvel, and they were still paying him millions of dollars a year, it's a cost-cutting measure. So what was the point of keeping him on? Especially when he was trying to, let's just say how it is, harm the brand.